Yo, what is up everybody, and welcome back to another NBA 2K17 Pro-Am game as this guy goes off the top of the backboard and no good to start the game off. Look at the ball movement. Walsh, oh, he tried to stuff it, but he misses the dunk. Thankfully, Brian's there with the offensive rebound, finding Michael. Look at Josh, he's open, wide open mid, does not go down. And that first possession was some pretty good foreshadowing to what's about to happen in this game. As you see, they take the deep three, it's no good. Walsh, one more pass outside, pulling and not hitting. It goes in and out. But the theme of this game, especially early on, was the fact that we were not converting our wide open looks right there. I can take the fact that I missed my three, I'm a playmaker, but I mean, Walsh missed the dunk. Is Josh finally gonna get some points on the board for our team with that dunk in transition as we fall down to the ground. Ankle breaker, point guard pulling up to complete the highlight reel play, and it goes down. But that guy getting ankle breakers, that's going to look pretty common pretty soon as we get the ball, finding Michael, and once again, we just cannot. It's wide open right there. He's a stretch big, and we're just not converting those open looks right now. You see, they're going all the way, except for the fact that he doesn't go up with the dunk. This team tried to play very flashy. You guys saw the ankle breaking stuff, but besides that is what make a good decision right there, taking the wide open dunk, and we weren't even too aggressive on that. I just kind of walked in there. I was like, oh, hey, cool dunk. But yeah, these guys were very flashy, so you guys know I have some flash in my game as well. I like throwing some alley-oops, so we had to hit a little bit of their own medicine, and except for them, we actually converted our alley-oop as they take a contested mid. It's no good. There's Michael with the board. We're pushing it once again, doing a good job of that early on, and Josh rising high. Both teams struggling offensively. Us because we're not hitting our shots, and these guys because I feel like we're playing some pretty good defense as he goes all the way and dunks it all over Brian as we zip a pass in. But Josh, I know we got blocked or missed the dunk, but once again, these wide open opportunities we're not able to convert. Michael, three, no good. They have a chance to take the lead before the end of the first quarter, pushing it 7-6. Clock winding down, the lob, the finish inside. There may not be many buckets being scored right now, but it feels like every bucket's being scored in some spectacular fashion as Josh knocks down the mid. Now, you guys probably noticed the lineup by now. This is our, preferred lineup. I don't want to say, like, we prefer playing with one over the other people, but this is our original five lineup of myself, Josh, Michael, Walsh, and Brian as we go inside to Brian with the finish. And with this lineup, I feel like we're very dynamic offensively to where, we have so much chemistry on the court for the amount of times we played Pro-Am and, whatever in 2K15 that we could read our tendencies and play very well. You see right there, that's just wide open Brian. But for the most part, I feel like we're doing the right stuff. It's just about, playing well defensively as we're doing here, closing out. He's got a lane right there, doesn't take it, but the bounce pass inside to the center. Now, the two guys to watch on this team were the center and the point guard as the lob to Brian is converted. A little bit of a questionable lob right there, but you know what? It worked out, so we can't really question it too much. After all, as Michael right now cannot find the shooting stroke. Open shots just not falling down. It's deep, but once again, he's a stretch big. He's got that in the arsenal. He's got the Hall of Fame limitless range as we throw it up to Walsh, and it's nice to see us making dunk for once, every once in a while. But yeah, so the center, he has some pretty good dunk animation and stuff like that, so he would go up very quickly with his shot. I don't know how that shot went in. Then the point guard, this guy was breaking ankles like 3 times a quarter. It was kind of crazy. Like, my dude's defensive stats are all the way up, and I don't know, this guy, it felt like 2K before the first patch where the ankle breakers were glitched, even if you had it on like gold or something like that. This guy was doing that to me all game. I couldn't really do much about it except, try to anticipate maybe getting my ankles broken, and right there we get screened hard, and that dude, it was borderline illegal, but ended up working out for them anyways, so we zip another pass. But once again, we're throwing these passes, getting guys looks. It's just that, we're either missing the dunks or they're getting a lot of blocks at the rim. It's good plays by them, a little bit half lucky as they get the open three. That's no luck. That's just bad defense. But thankfully, they're not able to convert that as we end halftime with a 5-point lead. So it feels like, there's some stuff going wrong. There's some stuff we got to do better. But we have a 5-point lead at the end of all of this, and they're on pace to score 50, which is not a lot in the Pro-Am as we pass up the open shot to pass it to Brian right there. And fortunately, not able to knock down the three. Probably should have just taken that dunk, but I thought the center would close out a little bit more, so I just kicked it to Brian. I know he's got the three, and probably trusted it a little bit too much rather than my own shot. But right now, at this point in the game, I'm in a very passive mode. And sometimes, you know, as a point guard, you just get into those and we find Michael. And once again, these are open looks. I feel like we should have about like a 10 to 15 point lead right now. We just knocked down, you know, good opportunities. We have 8 assists, but we can have double that if, you know, dunks and stuff like that were made. As you see, Brian, that time we convert. But, yeah, at this point, like, I feel like we're doing a very good job of finding our teammates damn near every single possession is Michael with the pull-up. And, of course, that's the shot that goes in. That's not the preferred shot for a stretch big. You see the ankle breaker pop up once again. He's trying to go all the way, but thankfully, you know, my teammates had my back right there. After the ankle breaker, Josh was able to close out, but eventually, I believe that wasn't even the center. Someone else just got dunked inside as Josh, a little bit contested. Look at Brian doing a great job of crashing the offensive glass all throughout the game, so why not reward the big man with the alley-oop? So, I mean, we throw more alley-oops than them, even though, you know, they've definitely been trying to do it. I mean, that's not really the point. We're trying to win the game, but it's just something to monitor, I guess. As you see, they are struggling a little bit, but then they get the and one blowing by and dunking it over Brian as we go to Walsh. And Walsh has been the one that's struggling the most to, you know, make dunks, even though no one should really struggle making dunks. But thankfully, he was able to get that one to go. As, I mean, like I said, even though, you know, we could be looking for our shot more, I feel like we're getting everyone open looks damn near every possession. Now we're up to 12 assists. Now that we're making our shots. Problem is, we got to continue to lock in defense. So we're slipping a little bit in the third quarter, and they're mainly getting looks inside, whether it's dunks or just layups. Is that's going to be a turnover. I believe our first of the game right there. Yeah, our first of the game, in fact, after all the plays we made, is the point guard fading away. Definitely will allow that. He's a playmaking point guard, so he wants to fade away from 3 as opposed to all the other options they had. Fine by me as Brian open 3, not able to get it to go. And even though it feels like, you know, we should be inching away, we just can't fight our demons right now. We can't fight off the fact that we can't really convert these looks. That should have been a turnover right there. He tried to throw the alley-oop instead. The ball loose, and I guess karma got them at the end. Here we are up ahead, but you know, I'm a little bit cognizant of the fact that we are getting blocked all over the place, so I try to, you know, not take the shot myself and pass it to Josh, and kind of got Josh swatted into next week. But thankfully, Michael was there, right place, right time, open mid. He's finally able to get his shot to go, but the center, once again, dominating inside. Like I said, the point guard and the center, the main 2 focal points of this team. The point guard getting a lot of screens ran for him, and then the center just, you know, once he gets his looks inside, he's just down with dunking pretty much anything he puts up. But you see, once again, this guy continues to get these ankle breaking animations and somehow gets that shot to go. Once again, my teammates have my back once the ankle breaking thing happens. I don't know how the hell that's a turnover. That was a really weird animation. Speaking of weird animation, seems to be the story of this game, but you know, they're there. It's just that, you know, that guy made a tough shot right there. Just got to live with that. You see, this guy in the post a lot. When he wasn't breaking my ankles, for the most part, this guy was trying to look to set up his teammates a lot. Kind of like me in a little way, except, you know, he had the opportunity to throw me on the ground whenever he felt like it. There's 2 seconds left. One more pass. Look at the defense in this possession. I felt like in the second half, it wasn't that we were playing bad defense. Like I said, we had to tighten up a little bit. It's just that, you know, we held them down to the entire shot clock, and they make a shot like that, you gotta live with it. But at a certain point, if they keep on making those shots as Michael gets blocked at the end of the third quarter, we're gonna lose the game, you know? So hopefully things turn around in the fourth. Like I said, I like the way we're playing, and what you gotta do in that situation is not get upset. You can't get mad at the game or anything like that, as, you know, things are not going your way. You just gotta keep on playing, and hopefully, you know, the game rewards you for your style of play and you get the W. You see, they go to their center once again, trying to provide some help. But this guy was doing some nasty drop step moves. I believe he was a post scorer, so that's why he was getting some of those animations. As right now, we're just a back and forth game in the fourth quarter. Forget everything that happened in the first 3 quarters, the open passes, the ankle breakers, all the alley-oops and all of that. It's just 1 quarter to see who's going to score more points right now, and they get that foul right there. Once again, I feel like we're playing that good defense. It's just, you know, that kind of stuff is happening. Basically, I feel like I don't want to say we should be winning the game. I don't like saying stuff like that, but this is a good defensive possession. They just get that little fadeaway animation to pull away from me right there, and that's going to give them the lead. It's just like, come on, man. We just got to keep on fighting, keep on doing everything right offensively. Michael 3, and of course, once again, the worse the shot, it seems like the more higher chance he makes it. That's a pull-up with a hand in the face, and he gets it to go. Flashy pass. Answer is good from the corner. And now all of a sudden, both teams trying to find their shots. Look at Walsh getting blocked inside once again. You know, we zip those passes in there. It's just, you know, pretty good opportunity to make them. They've just been getting a lot of blocks, so we just missed the dunks. Now they're trying to slow down the offense, trying to break ankles and just walk out of here, try to steal a victory really quick, but they cannot convert. And like I said, a strong theme right now is the fact that, you know, my teammates have my back. Whenever this guy's doing whatever, someone's always picking him up, and we're rotating very well, and I'm happy with the way we're doing that. We just gotta keep it up for a little bit longer, but that dunk inside is gonna give him a 4-point lead as we continue to throw these dangerous passes. But when it happened working for the most part, we have been, you know, pretty much getting dunks. It's matter whether we make them or not. So now it's a 2-point game. Gotta play some defense right here, and we do. We get the steal, poke the ball loose, and now looking to tie the game or take the lead. Looking at Brian, up and no good. A layup to tie the game. Not able to go down. Good defense right there by their center. And now a stop is prime. We need one right here. A bucket here pretty much ices the game as they're trying to move the ball around. Be conservative and chew up as much clock as possible. Trying to poke that ball loose. They're a little bit careless with it, and they do turn it over. Josh forces it loose. Look at him up ahead, rewarding the defense with a bucket inside, and the game is tied with 14.1 seconds left. But now they will most likely hold for last shot, chew up the clock, and try to win the game on a buzzer beater. You know this guy's going to go straight at our necks, but he's not really pulling any ankle breakers right now. 7 seconds left. Got to get something going with this offense right now, and they don't got much. Losing the ball, picked up, and they call a timeout with 1.1 seconds left. Heads up timer right there because they had nothing going on. Now they have a chance to try to win the game right here. Oh, it's off the rim. No good. Great defense. Double teaming the sharpshooter, and we're going to overtime. Tied 57 apiece. The jump ball is won easily by Brian right there. Michael gonna find a wide open Josh, fading and not hitting, and then Brian's gonna miss the layup on the other end. We still can't fight these demons even in overtime right now, but we gotta do just stick with the plan, play some defense, and hope the game rewards us. But I mean, when they're making shots like that pretty damn hard, we're not making our open ones like a fadeaway. You gotta be kidding me. But look at this, man. Keep on sticking with it, and you know, even though we're not really scoring our points, keep on setting up our teammates right now. Keep on trusting in them, because the worst thing we could do right now is not pass the ball because they're not making shots and not trust in them. Just gotta keep on feeding them the open looks, and as long as we do that, you know, we should be good. I say all this stuff, but, you know, we're in this overtime dogfight, but we're wide open right now, taking a step-in perfect release. Now, I know you're wondering why I didn't take the three. Well, my guy doesn't have the best three, so I don't really feel too confident in it. The mid-range, meanwhile, felt like a perfect release, and unfortunately, that's a turnover on us. On the inbound, they poke it loose, trying to tie the game with a minute left. Floater across the court walls, trying to get the steal, but look at the recovery on defense. Every time they get blown by, someone gets blown by, someone's there to rotate, and these guys are pretty slow at, you know, getting to a plan B or plan C on their offense. 4 seconds left on the shot clock, going to the post, scorer, and he draws the foul. You gotta be kidding me. This guy's like the only guy putting up, well, getting shots for them, but he's not making them. It looks like he misses the first free throw, and the second one is off as well. Ball don't lie. Ball don't lie. And now here we are with a chance to dagger the game with a bucket. Same position they were in at the end of regulation. Josh finding Brian. Gotta put a shot off. One more pass, and Josh pull up. No good. And they get the rebound. Call a timeout. Down by 3 with 18.8 seconds left. Just like them, we could not close the game out. We leave the window open for potentially double overtime, but we're heavily guarding that 3-point line. As you guys see, they don't want the 2. We're giving them the 2, but they're not getting it. Ball loose, poking around. It's on the ground, and it's picked up. Walsh with the ball. The clock running down. One more pass, and that is the game. We pull it out in overtime, very fittingly, on our defense, swarming them. Even when the ball got poked loose and they picked it up, still swarming them. Walsh and Michael with the double team, and eventually we pick it up, and that's the way we got back in the game. Josh got that steal at the end of regulation, so I mean, sometimes you just gotta win with grit and grind like the Memphis Grizzlies, and that's kind of what we did today. Just, you know, battling defensively and pulling out the win. So leave a like the video if you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe for more NBA 2K17 Pro Am games, and I'll catch you guys next time.